Hello. Oh boy. This is your friend Nicholas, coming in live, coming in hot, doing some things, doing some other things, keeping it fresh, and always keeping it real. You know me. Anywho, here we are today with the first ever recording of the first ever anything playing. Well, that's not true. I did get some Tree of Savior on there, but never with the mic action. I dug the mic up from underneath the earth. I'm bringing it out on my earpiece, so tell me if it sounds like shit, if it sounds good. Just drop some comments, you know how we do. Anywho, this will be the pilot episode into random things, fun things. Stick around. So to see if any of this even works, or how this process even goes, we're gonna do a little test recording of a replay. Let's see. Dude named Rybic. Ooh, Rybic. Anywho, so I'm playing on that ranked ladder with the Vanar, you know me, in the silver division. Oof, this guy's got a ribbon though. 100 song high wins. No thanks. I don't want to be your friend. Oh, anyways, so there's my starting hand. If you notice, I gotta drop 2 of them, so not really feeling good about this. But this game, I noticed that I'm playing against Abyssian, so I wonder which variation they're playing. And right off the bat, he's got 2 1-drops for the shadow creep style. So that's a pretty good opening for him, and I'm debating whether to drop my 3-drop Daddy War Master or, waste a heal and start blasting his dudes, because there's one thing to know about the Abyssian Nova archetype, is that the tiles that are created by their various effects, the shadow creep tiles, they get stronger when there are more of them. So right there I throw command cold, dispel that little get him off that field, keep that tile nice and squeaky clean. It's going to be important once he starts to reach 7 mana and he starts making Shadow Novas, which the first time you ever fight against that card, you kind of scratch your head, and then the game becomes very scary from that point onwards. Huge field of your dudes that you haphazardly cluster just get erased, because it's a 2x2 grid of shadow creep tiles made anywhere. So right there it makes 4, even on its own, the strength of anything standing on it is 4 damage, plus all this little weak dudes that he's making right now. So right there he's swinging in hot, buffing him, erasing my tempo. So the strategy, if you're not familiar with the Vanar mid-range strategy, it's just try to keep your dudes alive. And full disclosure, I'm a terrible player. I get that money to win strategy, so I'm still trying to make optimal plays and position as good as I can. So right here you see me thinking, do I want to just throw this dude away? Because I know that he wants to take this little mana tile, so maybe he'll move this dude and he'll move up and not be able to finish off my dude. Because I'm trying to have as many people live as possible to get the +2 attack buff from the Razorback. Basically the only thing this deck does is make a whole bunch of laser turrets and drop some boars on them lasers and get them razor lasers and make people cry. A good player will definitely be able to crush the strategy, and I get crushed all the time, especially by Song High, but here we are in the silver division, and I'm not particularly worried at this point, as he only has 1 shadow creep tile down. So as soon as he gets to 7 mana, he can Nova anywhere and get 5 damage on those tiles, but it's not too bad. So here I make a mistake, and I make a lot of mistakes, but I feel it's good to make mistakes, because Who gives a fuck? Sometimes you just gotta do things, and so just making his heart sometimes. So here, instead of moving at all, I kind of block my own units, and we'll see what the result of this is. And it's all because I got greedy. Because I like milking every last drop out of Mark of Solitude. And right here I'm thinking, okay, I can take this hit and live. And then, oops, I messed up my follow-up play, which is trying to get this guy in position to kill this Abyssal Juggernaut. Because any dude of mine that he kills with this will make another Shadow Creep tile, and too many Shadow Creep tiles equals bad. So here I'm like, or whatever. I didn't factor into account that he could just move down here and punch my dude. I thought it'd be safe on the War Master, and I wasn't, so that's a mistake. In the first place, I could have, if I had not moved my general right here, I could have moved the Primus Fist there, Mark of Solitude, and just punched that dude and got him out of the way, but here we are. Little Primus Fist, punch him in the belly. So that's terrible. He got a free Shadow Creep tile out of that deal. And as you can see, Shadow Creep count is at 2. But your boy sees the opportunity coming, because he has 5 out of 6 cards in his hand right now. So at his end step, if he only plays 1 card this turn, his hand will be at full, and Hailstone Prison will be maximized in effectiveness. Hailstone Prison is just a bounce effect, but because of the way that Duelyst draw works, you get to kind of like exile things if you time this right. So here that was kind of rude of me. I make a little derpy face right as he does something, so it's like honking at someone at a green light in front of you because they're not moving, and then they start moving. So my bad, I was rude, Roybig. But anywho, I bounce his 5 drop for maximum value into the Abyss and move into position. And I know from just that one huge turn of tempo swing, basically I erased this whole turn for just 2 cores / mana / blue hexagons, whatever these things are. I'm gonna call them mana from here on out, because I don't give a fuck. Okay, so I'm just penning this guy in, and I'm already at 6 mana, so I'm past the point that I'd want to be, because most of the time you want to draw your or play your Jack's True Sight right on turn 6, and then YOLO, crush them from there. So I'm hoping for a True Sight, and I actually draw one. Giggity. And I notice in my hand that I have a double Razorback as well. So as I'm noticing all these wonderful things, something even more wonderful happens, which is that this dude vomits his hand out, and it's 3 Jaxies in nice little strategic positioning. He's ready to take some corners, he's ready to sack on in there, he's got good health, he's got some tiles up. Boom. Not today. As I take all the corners for myself like a greedy young lad. So now, when all of these die, they go nowhere. And that is another turn completely erased, while maintaining a large tempo advantage. And right now the positioning just could not even be better, as I got the full surround sound. So what's this guy gonna do? Most of the time when I'm playing against people with my cheesy Vanar deck, I expect that they can kill, I'd say between 1 and 3. Sometimes people get 4, all of my 5 ranged turrets that Jack's True Sights makes. But right now I know I'm in a crushing position, because I don't really think you can do much about this. If you notice, I kind of got lucky. I didn't intentionally spread my units like this, but you know, your boy gets lucky and he spreads them out to minimize the impact of the shadow nova, whatever the nova move is called, because that's a 2x2 grid. So by spreading your units a few spaces apart, the most he'll ever get in this cluster is 2 units, but here he starts to carve his way out. I'm like, whatever, because I'm looking at my hand and I know that it's on. It is so on. So he blows up some of my dudes. Oh, but I'm ready to drop it on him. So right now all these turrets are 1-1s. Let's make them 3-1s. Oh, don't want to place on Shadow Creep. Stop one. Let's make him 5-1s. And seeing that this guy has got 20 points, 20 plus 8 is 28, plus 2 from me is 30. He's got plus, no, whatever, 30 damage coming at his face. And that is the first ever episode of Duelyst with your boy, Nicholas. Testing the possibilities of technology and futuristic science. Stay tuned, more replays to come.